Here is a uniquely built custom cue made at the legendary Phillippi Custom Cue Shop in Pasadena, Maryland. A lot of people call it Phillippi Cues or Phillippi. We call it Phillippi. Rick is a good friend of ours. We do a lot of business with him. And he said a lot of people do call it Phillippi, which is what I've always called it. But they actually started in the 1970s with Richard Phillippi, and his son Rick jumped on board as a very young man in the 1980s, and he has been a full-time cue builder ever since. What's neat about this, we actually sold this cue brand new to one of our clients. It was built as a special project that represents 3 generations of Phillippi custom cues. So 2 years ago, actually 9/27 of 23, as you can see right there, Rick and his daughter, Carrie JO, were building some cues together. She primarily did the designs, but she also did a lot of work helping them in the shop. Rick did the majority of the work. It is signed, of course, as a Phillippi, but it's also got that CJ right after, which stands for Carrie JO. She actually did design the cue. It's got some really neat design inlays. Then, of course, Rick helped with his masterful cue making ability and brought it all to life. This is some really nicely figured Bacote wood. It is really, really old. That's the one thing, is he's got some really old wood that has been seasoned, as we say, like fine wine, right? Old wood hits good. Look at the figure in this Bacote. The best part about it, though, besides the wood, there are 56 natural inlays in this cue. You've got white natural material, and then you've got mother of pearl. Now I'm going to give it a little spin here so you can get a perspective of how beautiful that looks together. So if you notice, you've got the natural white kind of spearhead designs, and then you've got the natural white diamonds. But look at how Rick did the mother of pearl right in between that. 56 total inlays. This is a genuine ringtail lizard wrap. It has black, and you can notice how it's got kind of like the two-tone colors right there. So it's actually black and gold. If you have never felt this type of wrap before, I would highly recommend it. If you don't buy this cue, try it out at some point. The stuff holds up really, really good. It looks super cool, as you can see. But when it's installed properly like this, it just lays perfect on the cue. You'll see no variation. The cue will roll laser straight just like that. But look at the inlays. Look at the size of these natural inlays. This cue could easily be a lot more money. You always get a lot of bang for your buck when you buy a cue from Phillippi. Look at this. A lot of intricate work, but the mother of pearl is what really brings everything together. It's had really light play. There's just a few minor marks on the bottom of the butt cap right here, you notice. Just right, I can't even see the other one, just right there. So just a few marks at the bottom of the butt cap, no big deal. Forearm had a couple tiny marks that you can't even hardly see. You got to look really close, actually. I mean, really hard to see. This is an uncored Bacote forearm as well, too. Rick likes to build cues the old-fashioned way. It's going to definitely be a really solid hitting cue. That is a radial pin right there, flat-faced black phenolic joint. That is a great recipe for a solid hit. I'll tell you that right now. A lot of the cue builders have gotten away from using the black phenolic. They're using the Elfrin, the Juma. I'm a fan of all of those. This stuff hits harder, though. I think it's got a firmer hit to it. And again, you got that big pin right there, radial pin. Butt weight on this one is 14.5. You could easily add weight to it if you wanted to. The shaft is a 4-ounce, 12.8. The shaft can use a little bit of a cleanup, but it rolls straight, and the cue also rolls straight. Whoever buys it, we will include this printout right there with the signature from Rick Chandler from Phillippi Cues right there. 56 natural inlays, black phenolic butt cap, radial pin, all the things that I just mentioned to you. Bacote front and back. It's got the signature. It's got the date. And I'm telling you right now, for the money, you cannot go wrong. 56 natural inlays, premium wrap, built to play strong. That's the one thing about Phillippi cues, all the way from the Sneaky Pete's and on and up to any high-end cue. The playability is always on point, and there's a reason why people buy them and you just don't see them pop back up on the resale market. This would be a great one for somebody to hold in their collection. Rick and his daughter only built a handful of cues together. I don't know if they're going to be doing that anymore or not. His daughter now is 18 years old. I suppose she will still hang around the family business besides going to school or whatever she's doing at this point, but this would be a really cool one for somebody to collect, and I guarantee you'll love the way that it plays just based on the way it's built, and I know the reputation and how the cues play. Look at that Bacote. It's going to be on the website, crossroadcues.com. If you need financing, we've got financing options, no overseas shipping, and some states may have shipping restrictions based upon the natural material. Check us out at crossroadcues.com.